My good people of Imo State, my name is Dan Nwanyanwu. I am a lawyer. I am the national chairman of Zenith Labour Party. On the 11th of November, there will be an election in Imo State to elect a new governor that will govern the state for another 4 years. I want to talk to you about a decision taken by the Imo State Elders Council. That decision has to do with power sharing. It is tagged Imo Charter of Equity. What is Imo Charter of Equity? Imo Charter of Equity is a power sharing system that will accommodate all the 3 senatorial zones, with each testing the seat of the governor once at a time. You finish your time, it goes to another zone. After that zone, it goes to another zone, which is what I will call Enyendeba. Since 1999, Olu Zone has occupied the seat of the governor for 20 years, at the exclusion of other zones, Okigwe and the Owerri zones. Okigwe tested it for 4 years. That was during the time of Hakim. Owerri zone has never tested power. Olu Zone has 12 local governments. Owerri has 9 local governments. Okigwe has 6. If it is something that we should go and grab, Okigwe and Olu will grab nothing. Olu will always have it because of the 12 local governments, which has the votes to continually to have power. So the Imo elders came up with a charter that will allow power to rotate. And there is a sitting governor who has the first right of refusal. We found out in the meeting that unless you get a sitting governor with power to drive this process of power rotation, it will not work. We said, okay, let Governor Hope Uzodimma, the sitting governor of Imo State, finish his remaining 4 years. But he must be committed that after his tenure, he must hand over to Owerri Zone for their 8 years, after which Owerri Zone will hand over to Okigwe Zone for their 8 years. Then power will come back to Olu Zone. This was a unanimous decision taken by the Imo State Elders Council, comprising of people from all the 3 zones in the state. Governor Hope Uzodimma was approached and he has shown commitment. He has even spoken publicly that he will hand over to Owerri Zone. The argument has come as to why not start the rotation now with Owerri Zone. It will not work because you need somebody with power to push that process. In the whole states around us in the southeast, Anambra State has Charter of Equity. If you go to Anambra now, ask an Anambra man or woman, after Professor Charles Soludo's 8 years, where would the next governor come from? They will tell you the zone. Ditto Enugu State, ditto Ebonyi. In fact, it is the position in Abia. Behind us, just nearby, His Excellency Nyesom Wike enacted Charter of Equity in Rivers in the last election. If you conduct election in Rivers 100 times, Ikwere man will be governor. But Nyesom Wike did an uncommon thing by moving power to the Riverine area. That is Charter of Equity. That will bring peace, that will bring tranquility, that will bring justice. So in Imo, we said, let us get the governor to be involved, and he has spoken in public places his commitment to Charter of Equity. So I'm talking to the people of Imo State. You have to accept this Charter of Equity. That is the only way to go. That is the only way to move power from Olu zone to Owerri zone and to Okigwe zone. If you are from Owerri zone, you refuse to vote for Hope Uzodinma to finish his remaining tenure, to enable him hand over to Owerri zone. What you have just done is that you don't want Owerri zone to produce governor. Ditto Okigwe zone. This is very, very critical. It is very, very important. We have to accept the charter. What am I saying in effect? What I'm saying is, in this election of 11th November, next week Saturday, it is not the turn of Owerri zone to produce a governor. It is not the turn of Okigwe zone to produce a governor. It is the turn of Olu zone to finish their tenure, so that power will move. Power will move seamlessly into the hands of Owerri zone. For Owerri zone, get ready. You will give us your best for 2027 election. It is not our turn now. I am from Ikedo. I am from Owerri zone. This election is for us to take decisions that will be in our collective interest. I don't want to be persuaded by mundane considerations, by gossips. I am looking at this for better Imo people. There will be peace, there will be tranquility. Don't forget, biblically, God directed that we must honor our father and our mother so that our days will be long. Our fathers and mothers have spoken through the Imo State Elders Council. We must honor them. Even without Imo Charter of Equity, with the job the governor has done in our state, verifiable, he can win his second term. But we have to bring him in to drive this process. A vote for Governor Hope Uzodinma on the 11th of November is a vote for Owerri zone to produce the governor in 2027. A vote for Governor Hope Uzodinma on the 11th of November is a vote for Okigwe zone to produce the governor after Owerri zone. If you don't throw your vote in there, you'll be depriving Owerri zone and Okigwe zone the right to produce the governor under this charter. Therefore, I repeat, this election is not the turn of Owerri zone to produce governor. It is also not the turn of Okigwe zone to produce governor. They will produce their governors respectively from 2027. Please go and vote peacefully so that the Charter of Equity will have its roots from this election. God bless Imolites. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.